So, number 2 is 30 going on 30. Special edition, look at that. Special edition. Unlike my other one, which it still has its barcode. I think from Best Buy or some crap like that. 2004, this DVD came out, okay? I don't have this on Blu-ray. I don't need it on Blu-ray. I don't like getting doubles. I just don't. Unless it's like Inglourious Bastards. That I have double up. Okay, so I am not a giant chick flick person. I don't really care about mushiness and falling in love crap. If it serves the story, if they have good chemistry, if the writing's good, then I'm into it. If it's not like, I love you, and I love you, but we cannot be together, that bores me. I don't like Romeo and Juliet. I just don't. I hated reading it freshman year. Yeah, I've seen like almost every version of it for some reason. I was Shakespeare. I was a kid. Sorry, rant. Okay. This movie is hilarious. Jennifer Garner, where are you? You're right there. Jennifer Garner is so funny. I will admit, I saw this movie about 20% for Jennifer Garner. I had no idea who Mark Ruffalo was. They're about 30% for it looking good. The other 50% I saw it because Andy Serkis is in this movie. And you saw his face. And I'm a giant Lord of the Rings fan. That's gonna be a lot less fit. But he plays her boss in the future when she's 30. Okay. I was so excited that we were actually gonna see his face. That he wasn't just gonna be Gollum. Now we've seen his face, obviously, over and over again. But that's the other half of why I even saw this movie. Because Andy Serkis was in it, and he does an amazing job, and I love him. Okay. This movie is about a little girl, that I'm not gonna say in the book, Jenna, who wants to kind of be popular. It takes place in the 80s. Yeah. And she's best friend named Matt, who, when they're older, is Mark Ruffalo. And she wants to be part of the popular girls, like the baby plastics from Mean Girls. And so she invites them over, but it's kind of like they're mean girls. They just doing it to make fun of her basically, and she gets upset. Matt had built her this big old dream house for her, and then she wishes she was older, and she wakes up, and I'm gonna sneeze. And she's 30. She doesn't know where she is. She doesn't know anything. She flips out. There's a strange dude in her house who's her boyfriend. She works at her favorite magazine that I can't remember what it's called. She doesn't talk to her parents. She's a big, high class lady. She's best friends with the leader of the Mean Girls. Judy Greer, who's awesome. And that's the first thing I saw Judy Greer in. And that lady is ageless. She looks exactly the same. This movie came out in 2004. Judy Greer looks exactly the same. So does Jennifer Garner, actually, a little bit. But sorry. It just amazes me. And so basically she's like, okay, I gotta live a life. She looks up Matt, and it turns out they haven't been friends for this whole time, and he's engaged, but he's her best friend, right? So that's how she remembers it, and she has to kind of figure out how to be 30, and she befriends these teenagers as well. During the movie that live in her apartment complex, high-end apartment complex, and she starts spending more time with Matt, Mark Ruffalo's character. They have really good chemistry. There is a joke that is my favorite joke of the whole movie. I was 13 when this movie came out. Okay, I got this joke. The whole theater got this joke. There's a point where she walks into the magazine offices, and this lady comes running up. She's like, Eminem called. He needs a decision, and she goes, Plane, peanut, plane, and it's the funniest thing in the world to me. Like that, and I was 13. I knew who Eminem was. Not a big fan of rap. But I was just like, that's the best joke. Like there's a whole party and it's not going well, so she starts dancing to Thriller and drags Matt in and Andy Serkis and everybody, and Andy Serkis does the moonwalk. Yes, I love Andy Serkis. Makes me happy. Sorry, I read something. It's silly. It's fun. It does. She does get to go back and be 13, and she kisses Matt. There's a whole thing that I'm not gonna spoil, but they do eat razzles, and if you like razzles, it's a good motion. I was like, I had forgotten about razzles even then. Um, but they weren't my favorite candy, but they did turn your tongue red. That was pretty cool, and they were gum. Yeah, little gum's important. But yeah, it's a sweet, funny movie that is different, and it's a female-led movie, and Jennifer Garner is wonderful in it. She's funny. She breaks your heart. I don't cry over movies. I didn't cry over this. Again, I had no idea who Mark Ruffalo was, so I was going gaga over Mark Ruffalo in this movie, and I'm like, but Andy Serkis. I'm a giant. Even then, I was a giant Andy Serkis fan. The Return of the King had come out right before that. The December, I think, before that. Oh, it came out the day before my birthday. This movie, cool. So I was, yeah, that was probably my birthday weekend or something. Maybe I think I saw it in theaters. I'm pretty sure I did. I remember seeing the trailers on TV. Um, sorry, I always look just in case. Yeah, but yeah, check it out. It's not super sappy. Um, there's some heart in it though, and it makes you really nostalgic for the 80s, even though I was not alive in the 80s, but you're like, oh, that's awesome. 80s, early 90s. And the acting's good, and yeah. And it's about kind of like growing up and not growing up too fast, that kind of stuff.